Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Curious Owlbear, and I'm here to explore everything Dungeons & Dragons. Today, I'm excited to be working with fellow YouTuber DM Camp on a special video. So after you're done here, make sure to head down to the link in the description so you can watch his video and let us know which random encounter you're going to choose. Near the end of February, Wizards announced the Ghosts of the Saltmarsh campaign module, which will be released on May 21st. I, for one, am extremely excited to be able to purchase a ship, explore the high seas, and maybe even try out that swashbuckler archetype. To get you in the mood, DM Camp and I have each designed 4 random encounters with different difficulty levels for a beautiful shipwreck battle map. This beautiful environment comes to us from Reddit user MapHammer, and the link to their original post will be in the description. Now, I think this map provides a myriad of possibilities for DMs, as players will have difficulty seeing beneath the surface of the waves, so they'll have no idea what's about to happen to them. Since there's a good amount of beach space on the map, not all of your players will necessarily be forced into the water. However, it's up to you, the DM, to decide how steep the beach is, and thus how quickly the water deepens. Finally, I love the fact that part of the shipwreck rises high out of the water, which will allow us DMs to use our PC's passive perceptions to draw them into one of the following random encounters. As a final note, DM Camp and I have designed these encounters for a group of 4 level 10 party members. Feel free to adjust them as you see fit. Now, let's dive in at the shallow end and start with our easy encounter. Your adventurers sink beneath the waves as they begin to explore this sunken shipwreck. The water gets darker as they swim a little deeper, and suddenly one of your party members spots a large black and white creature swimming nearby. A moment later, an unsuspecting party member is struck from below as a pod of killer whales ambushes your party. Now, I love killer whales because they tend to hunt together in packs, and this distinction can kind of bring them beyond the normal creature encounter. Additionally, the killer whale's keen hearing, echolocation, blind sight, and decent passive perception are the tools that we need to be able to ambush our players. Still, a group of 4 level 10 adventurers shouldn't have too much of a problem with 3 or 4 killer whales. As your party finally sinks down to the depth of the sunken stern, they spot 3 fish-like creatures and 2 giant sharks. The frills and spines on the creatures flare as they call out with unsettling underwater gargles and brandish their spears. Sahuagin are creatures from the ocean depths that we all have nightmares about. Looking kinda like the creature from the Black Lagoon, they tend to rise from the deepest ocean depths and hunt near shorelines or on the surface. Now, I think this makes the Sahuagin perfect for this map. They will want to explore any recent shipwrecks, as these have now become part of the Sahuagin Empire. The Priestess offers some healing and spellcasting options, while the giant sharks can be ridden or commanded to attack the party. Since the Sahuagin do not have very high hit point pools, this encounter will likely be over quickly. Although it offers a little more nuance than a straightforward slugfest, your party of 4 level 10 adventurers shouldn't have too much of a problem, and should still find it moderately difficult. For my difficult encounter, I have decided to go with 1 storm giant and 2 reef sharks. Now, I happen to love the storm giant, as their mix of spellcasting and melee abilities are very interesting. Since they're amphibious, breathing air or water, it might make sense that a solitary storm giant would find it easier to live beneath the surface of the waves. But everyone gets lonely, right? So this encounter provides him with a little bit of companionship in the form of his 2 pet reef sharks. Now, experience point and challenge rating wise, this encounter borders on deadly level. But I kind of feel that this depends on how the DM plays the storm giant and how the party members decide to deal with the extra reef sharks. Since the reef sharks don't have a very high hit point pool, your group of level 10 adventurers should be able to deal with them pretty quickly, which would make the rest of the encounter a little bit more simple. This will be a fun, albeit difficult encounter, but who doesn't love underwater lightning strikes? As your adventurers sink down to the ruins of the ship's top deck, they notice a massive 16-foot tall creature, seemingly shaped out of the water itself. The Merid turns, smiling and staring bemusedly at the party, as it begins to attack with a massive water jet. Not long after the fight between your adventurers and the Merid begins, however, two more creatures will rise from the depths. Two Chuul have sensed nearby magic, and following their aeons-old orders, are attempting to bring any magical items back to their aboleth masters. Now, if the Merid is able to avoid the Chuul for most of the fight, then this can be an extremely deadly encounter. The Chuul utilize their strong pincers and tentacles to grapple, poison, and paralyze their victims, while the Merid uses its spellcasting and trident. I love putting my players between two different types of creatures that aren't working together, because players tend to assume that everything the DM is controlling is on the same side. That kind of encounter tends to devolve into chaos pretty quickly, so it makes for a lot of fun. Additionally, if you save the Merid's plane shift ability until it is heavily injured, then it may be able to escape. Any chance you get to preserve one of your creatures could mean an interesting encounter for your PCs in the near future. Now, whether you're looking for an easy, simple, random encounter or a deadly fight to kill all of your pesky party members, these 4 random encounters should get you started. Don't forget to head down to the description and check out DM Camp's video, and let us know which of the encounters was your favorite. I had a lot of fun putting this video together, so I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say. Until next time, stay curious, adventurers.